Okay, here's a look at the emini S&P for Thursday, December the 8th, 2011. Well, when we left yesterday, we were thinking that the market would likely challenge that 1216 barrier, 1266 barrier, which is right here. And you can see that overnight the market spent most of the time below it. And late in that overnight session, when the 8:30 news Eastern Time was released, the market had a shot up, and we were thinking if it could break above there, it could rally nicely up to the 73 area was the next target. Well, it hit 72 and immediately came back down. And by the time that hour had finished, the market had come all the way back down to here, making new lows for the overnight session, and then opened here. So it was still above the 51 area that we were looking at as potential support. The market did come down. It hit 50.75, had about a 5 or so point rally to here, but then broke through. And when it broke through, it had a pretty good run, because our next level down was around the 39 area, and when it did fall off, it actually hit, well, it dipped a little bit below that. It hit 37, and then had quite a nice rally. As a matter of fact, it got all the way back up to 45, right up at about here, and then it sold off again, making the new low and then closing here. But that market is pretty weak, and our next level down was 32, 33 after that. So you can see it just dipped a little bit below it here and then bounced. So we're really going to closely monitor 32, 31 area overnight. Next level down after that is at 26, and we're going to monitor that overnight to see if that holds. If it doesn't, it could then fall all the way down to the low 1200s. So it kind of depends on what they're going to say overnight or early in the morning. There's apparently some European news that will be released. Also in the U.S. at 9:55 Eastern Time tomorrow, there will be consumer sentiment numbers. So there's a couple of market movers, could happen tomorrow, will happen, in potential market movers. Here are the market profiles during the regular trading hours only, and we also use them in our analysis of the market. As far as our trades were concerned, you can see our market, it quickly caught on to the bearish nature. You can see our filter down here, red, mostly red, a little bit of green late in the day as it got very volatile. So you can see our trades here. We had a short trade here, here, here. We had one long trade here, and these other trades very late in the day. So we did take this first trade. As you can see, the fill was right here, had a nice follow through lower. That particular trade moved 4.25 points in our favor. We were still in the trade when this trade occurred, so there was no trade on that. So this is our first trade today, worked out very nicely. You can see our dash line here and our entry right here on that second trade. So this is a short trade here. Also, by the way, both of these trades were in the red filter. When this one got filled, it was in the red filter too, and it was below the 51 area that we had been monitoring. Here's 51 right here. The actual fill on this particular one was at 50.50. This trade worked out great, just moved a couple of ticks against us and came down here. So this trade moved 5.25 points in our favor, and our total take on that one was 4.75 points, 4.25 points on the first one. So nice movement here, good movement here early in the day. The next short trade, we had two of them triggered here. You can see the dash red lines here. The first one was filled here, although this did not have going for us a filter that was compatible. Even though we were below 51, our intraday bias from a longer swing standpoint was still up, so we didn't take that trade there. This other trade here was a long trade, but with this kind of bearish market, it was tough to take, but it really did meet our 2 out of 3 requirements, and we were stopped out on that trade. So we did lose a little bit of the profits that we had taken in earlier, but still ended up with a profitable day. These trades down here were not taken. They're just too late in the day. They were actually not even triggered until right basically right at or a couple of minutes before the cash closed, and we really are cautious on taking any trades in the last 15 minutes of the cash market. So that's really a look at the market for today. We're going to watch that 31 and then 26 level for potential support, and then possibly up to 39 could act as support, and then up to 47 and then 51. So some good areas for us to monitor overnight, but please be careful because the European news in particular could make this market very volatile, especially in the early going tomorrow. So, and even overnight for that matter. Any questions or comments, you can always reach us at info@eminidaytrader.com. Always enjoy hearing your questions and comments, so don't hesitate and get a hold of us. That'll be it for today. So thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow.